And most people go through life being controlled by the outside world. But with this law or this principle of correspondence, you can understand how you can change that and say, as within, so without.
Have you ever wondered why the world seems to be divided into those who have everything and those who struggle to get by? Why do some people seem to have a secret understanding of how the universe works, while others are left in the dark, fighting for control over their own lives? There is a hidden law, an ancient truth that has been concealed for centuries. The hidden truth about as above, so below. This law is not a mystery, but rather a fundamental part of the fabric that holds the universe together. The powerful have worked hard to keep it from you because once you understand it, your life can change in ways you've never imagined. It's a law so simple yet so profound that it has the ability to unlock doors to a reality you've only dreamed of. The ancient truth is known as the law of correspondence, as above, so below, as within, so without. At first glance, this might sound like nothing more than a philosophical statement, a cryptic mantra you've heard before, perhaps even dismissed as meaningless. But don't let its simplicity fool you. This phrase represents a principle that connects the workings of the universe to your own life. It's an ancient law that connects the microcosm of your inner world to the macrocosm of the outer world, illustrating how your thoughts, emotions, and inner beliefs directly shape your external reality. The elites, those in power who have controlled vast empires, corporations, and ideologies, have known this truth for ages. They've used it to shape the world around them, to keep the masses in confusion, and to prevent the common person from tapping into their true potential. But now the time has come for you to uncover this ancient knowledge. The question is, will you recognize it? Will you embrace it? Or will you continue to be swayed by distractions, never knowing the power that lies within you? To begin unraveling this mystery, let's take a closer look at the phrase, as above, so below. It's a simple concept, but understanding it fully requires deep reflection. In its most basic form, it tells us that everything in the universe is interconnected. In a metaphorical sense, the vast celestial bodies, planets, stars, and galaxies mirror the patterns of life on Earth. The way energy flows in the universe also flows within you. When you look up at the sky, the stars seem so distant, so separate from your everyday life. But in reality, the stars are part of you, and you are part of them. Their patterns, their movements, and their cycles have a direct impact on your own. In astrology, for example, the positions of planets at the time of your birth are believed to influence your personality and life path. This is an expression of the law of correspondence, the idea that the macrocosm, the heavens, corresponds to the microcosm, your inner world. But why is this important? What does it mean for you and your daily existence? Simply put, it means that your internal state, your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions creates ripples in the outer world, shaping the reality you experience. If your mind is cluttered with fear, doubt, and negativity, you will see these things reflected in your life. Likewise, if your mind is clear, focused, and aligned with positivity, you will attract opportunities, abundance, and peace. One of the most powerful examples of this can be found in the teachings of Buddha, who spoke of the importance of controlling one's thoughts. He said, "We are shaped by our thoughts, we become what we think." This aligns perfectly with the law of correspondence. Your thoughts are the seeds that grow into the reality you live. If you cultivate positive, loving thoughts, you will see love and positivity reflected back to you. If you allow negative thoughts to dominate, you will find yourself surrounded by negativity. The elite's hidden knowledge. For centuries, the powerful elites have understood this truth. They have mastered the art of using this law to their advantage. By controlling the external world, governments, media, religion, they manipulate the thoughts and beliefs of the masses. They keep the common people focused on trivial distractions and fear, ensuring that their inner worlds remain chaotic and out of balance. This prevents them from understanding their true potential and tapping into the power of their own minds. But there is a reason why the elite are so insistent on hiding this knowledge. They know that once enough people awaken to the truth of as above, so below, once individuals understand how their inner world shapes their outer reality, they will no longer be easily controlled. People who understand the power of their own thoughts can change their lives, and when enough individuals change, the world itself will begin to change. The system that the elite have worked so hard to maintain will crumble. Consider the story of the Buddha again. He left his royal life behind to seek enlightenment. He realized that the key to understanding the universe lay not in external power or material wealth, but within himself. He saw how deeply the inner world influenced the outer world, and in doing so, he freed himself from the cycle of suffering and ignorance. This is the power that the elites want to keep hidden. They don't want you to know that the key to your freedom lies not outside of you, but within you. As within, so without. The second half of the law, as within, so without, is equally as powerful as the first. It means that the internal state of your being directly influences your external circumstances. In simple terms, your inner world creates the world around you. If you are at peace within yourself, the world will reflect that peace. If you are in turmoil, the world will mirror that chaos. Think about the moments in your life when everything seemed to fall into place. You were happy, confident, and at peace with yourself. During these times, have you noticed how things just seemed to flow easily? People were kind to you, opportunities came your way, and you felt like you were on the right path. This is the result of the law of correspondence at work. When your inner world is harmonious, the outer world aligns to support you. On the flip side, when you are angry, fearful, or filled with self-doubt, it can feel like the world is working against you. Problems arise seemingly out of nowhere. People treat you poorly. Opportunities slip through your fingers. This is not a coincidence. It is the law of correspondence in action. This law can be found throughout history in various cultures and philosophies. In ancient Egypt, the concept of Ma'at, the goddess of truth, balance, and order, was central to the belief that harmony within the individual would bring harmony to the world. Similarly, the teachings of Taoism emphasize the importance of inner balance, with the belief that true peace and wisdom come from aligning oneself with the natural flow of the universe. The great philosopher Socrates also understood the importance of inner harmony. He believed that an unexamined life is not worth living. He understood that by seeking to understand oneself, by turning inward, one could achieve clarity and peace, which would in turn affect everything else in life. This is why the elites fear the spread of this knowledge. They want you to remain distracted by the chaos of the world so that you never look within. They want you to remain trapped in a cycle of external pursuit, thinking that happiness, success, and peace can only come from outside sources. But once you realize the truth, that you already hold the power to change your life from within, you will be free. As you begin to grasp the magnitude of the law of correspondence, you might start to feel a surge of curiosity and wonder. If everything in the universe is connected, if my inner world shapes the reality around me, why haven't I seen these changes before? Why does it feel as though the forces against me are so much stronger than the forces within me? The truth is that the elites have known for centuries that this universal law is the key to everything. They have hidden it from the masses, locked it away in ancient texts, and buried it under layers of distraction so that the truth would never reach the common person. They've created systems to block your awareness of this profound truth, systems that keep you trapped in a constant cycle of seeking outside yourself for answers. But now, as the fog begins to lift, you are beginning to see the world as it truly is, a mirror of your thoughts, beliefs, and inner state. So why have they worked so hard to suppress this knowledge? Why, if the power to transform the world is within every person, have they tried to keep us in the dark? The answer lies in one word: control. The power of control. The elites, those who have shaped our societies, religions and governments, understand something fundamental about human nature. They know that if enough people begin to understand the connection between their inner world and the outer world, they will no longer be easily manipulated. A person who understands their own power is not easily swayed by propaganda or external forces. They don't need to buy into the illusion of scarcity, fear or limitation. They become free to choose their own path, free to live their truth, and free to create the reality they desire. Throughout history, the most powerful figures, those who have risen above the masses, understood the importance of this knowledge. They saw how the masses could be controlled through confusion, fear and distraction, keeping them in a state of lack and struggle. And as long as the masses remained unaware of their own internal power, they could be easily controlled. They could be told what to believe, what to fear, and what to desire. This is where the system of the elites comes into play. They've built a world that values external things, money, power, status, over inner peace, harmony, and understanding. From a young age, we are conditioned to believe that our worth is determined by what we have, not who we are. This conditioning, this constant push to chase after material wealth, power and approval, pulls us further and further away from the inner world that holds the key to true freedom. But here's the catch. The more we focus on external things, the more we lose touch with our inner power. This is the trap. The more we chase the illusion of external success, the more we create separation between ourselves and the universe. We stop seeing that the world is a reflection of our own thoughts and beliefs. Instead, we begin to believe that the world is something external to us, something to be conquered, something to be feared. Breaking the illusion. But the illusion is cracking. More and more people are beginning to realize that the power to change their reality lies within. They are waking up to the truth that their thoughts, emotions and beliefs directly influence the circumstances of their lives. And as this truth spreads, the grip that the elites once had on the masses weakens. Consider the story of a man named Neville Goddard, a spiritual teacher who taught that the imagination is the key to changing one's reality. He believed that the inner world, the thoughts, images and beliefs within the mind, was the foundation upon which everything else in life was built. According to Goddard, you are the operant power. In other words, you have the power to create your own reality by simply changing your thoughts. This was a radical idea, and it goes against everything the elites have worked to instill in us. They've convinced us that we need to struggle for success, that we need to compete, and that we need to work harder and harder in the physical world to achieve our goals. But the truth is simpler and more empowering than that. The true power lies within your own mind. Once you recognize this, you begin to shift your energy, and your outer world begins to shift along with it. One of the most well-known parables that illustrates this concept is the story of the prodigal son from the Bible. The son leaves home seeking material wealth and worldly pleasures, only to find himself in a state of poverty and despair. He returns to his father not with riches but with a humble heart. The father, recognizing his son's return to his true self, welcomes him with open arms, showering him with love and abundance. This story is a powerful metaphor for the journey of returning to our inner truth, recognizing that all we seek in the outer world already exists within us. This is the truth that the elites don't want you to know. You are already whole, you are already abundant, and you are already powerful. The only thing standing between you and your true power is the belief that you are separate from it. The inner journey of transformation. If the external world is a reflection of the inner world, then the key to changing our reality lies in transforming the way we think and feel. This is where the real work begins. It's not enough to simply say you believe in the law of correspondence. You must live it. You must consciously choose to align your inner world with the reality you wish to create. The first step is to become aware of the thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back. What are the beliefs you hold about yourself, about the world, and about your potential? Are they limiting? Are they based on fear or lack? Are they reflections of what others have told you, or are they based on your own truth? Once you identify these limiting beliefs, you can begin to transform them. You can replace thoughts of scarcity with thoughts of abundance. You can replace fear with love. You can replace doubt with certainty. As you do this, you begin to shift your energy, and the outer world begins to respond in kind. This process requires patience and dedication. It requires that you trust in your own ability to create. But once you commit to this path, the results are undeniable. Your life begins to flow more effortlessly. You begin to see opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to experience peace in moments of chaos. And most importantly, you begin to realize that you are the creator of your own reality. The elites have hidden this knowledge for a reason. They want to keep you distracted, disconnected, and powerless. But as more and more people awaken to the truth of the law of correspondence, the old systems of control will crumble, and a new world, one based on truth, love, and inner power, will emerge. The question now is, will you continue to be a passive observer in this world, or will you step into your power and become the creator of your own reality? The choice is yours. The time to awaken is now. As you continue on this journey of awakening, it's essential to realize that the path to transformation is not a straight line. It's a process, a series of shifts in perception, a deepening understanding of your connection to the universe, and a reprogramming of the beliefs that have shaped your reality. The law of correspondence is not just a concept to be understood with the mind, but a truth to be embodied in every aspect of your life. At this stage, you might start to notice that your inner world is shifting. Your thoughts are becoming more aligned with your desires, and your emotions are beginning to reflect a deeper sense of peace and power. But here's the thing, this process is not always linear. Sometimes you will face resistance. Old patterns will resurface, doubts will creep in, and fear may try to take hold. This is the moment when most people give up. They start to question whether this universal law is real, or whether they are simply chasing an illusion. This is where many fall short. This is where the elite systems of control have been most successful. They have created a world that thrives on instant gratification, on the quick fix, the surface-level solution. But true transformation requires patience, persistence, and trust. It requires that you continue to align your inner world with the reality you wish to experience, even when the outer world hasn't yet caught up. In this part of the journey, you will begin to understand why the elites have fought so hard to keep you in a state of impatience, frustration, and fear. It's because true power lies in your ability to stay aligned with your inner truth, no matter what. They don't want you to have that kind of patience because they know the impact it would have on their control. The resistance you feel. When you begin to truly embody the law of correspondence, you will undoubtedly encounter resistance. This resistance often manifests in the form of old beliefs that no longer serve you, emotions that arise from past wounds, or external circumstances that challenge your sense of power. But here's the key. Resistance is not something to fear. It is not a sign that you are on the wrong path. In fact, it's often a sign that you are on the right one. Resistance is simply the last remnants of old patterns trying to hold onto their grip on you. It is the final echo of the old world telling you that things cannot be different. But if you push through, if you stay committed to your new vision, you will find that the resistance begins to dissolve. Take a moment to reflect on a time in your life when you faced resistance. Perhaps you set out to change a habit, achieve a goal, or make a life-altering decision. At first, it may have seemed impossible. The challenges appeared insurmountable, and you may have even wondered if you were meant for success. But as time passed, you found the strength to push through. You didn't give up, you persisted, and soon enough, you saw the results you had been hoping for. The resistance faded away, and your life began to flow in the direction you wanted it to. This is the power of persistence in alignment with your true self. The law of correspondence will work in your life, but you must be patient. Trust that the universe is reflecting your inner shifts, even when it doesn't seem like it. Remember, the outer world is always a few steps behind your inner world, but it will eventually catch up. The elite's fear of empowerment. Now let's take a deeper look at why the elites are so afraid of people tapping into this power. When you understand that your inner world shapes the outer world, you begin to see how self-sufficiency could disrupt the current power structures. Imagine a society where every individual is aware of their ability to create their reality. A society where people no longer need to depend on external systems for validation or survival. What would happen to the institutions built on scarcity, fear, and competition? The elites have constructed a world that thrives on the idea of limitation. They've convinced us that resources are scarce, that we must compete for survival, and that success is something reserved for a select few. But this is a lie. The universe is abundant and there is more than enough for everyone. In truth, the only limitations that exist are the ones we impose upon ourselves. When you begin to align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with the infinite abundance of the universe, you start to experience this abundance firsthand. Take, for example, the story of the Buddha, who left behind his life of luxury to seek enlightenment. He realized that happiness does not come from external possessions or achievements, but from inner peace and understanding. The Buddha's teachings focus on letting go of attachment to material things and recognizing that everything we need is already within us. This is the message that the elites don't want you to hear. They want you to continue chasing external validation, believing that happiness and success are always just out of reach. Aligning with abundance. When you understand the power of the law of correspondence, live in harmony with the abundance around you. This isn't just about financial wealth. It's about abundance in every area of your life: love, health, success, and peace. Consider this. When you align your inner world with the truth of abundance, the universe responds by bringing you opportunities and experiences that reflect that abundance. This may manifest as unexpected financial windfalls, improved relationships, or opportunities for personal growth and success. But the key is not to focus on these external manifestations. The key is to focus on the inner alignment with abundance and trust that the outer world will follow. But remember, this process isn't about seeking or chasing, it's about being in alignment with the abundance that is already present. It's about understanding that you don't need to struggle or fight for what you want. You simply need to allow it to come to you. The world of illusion. As you begin to step into your power, you'll notice that the world around you starts to shift. You may find that certain people or situations no longer align with your new understanding. This can be uncomfortable, but it's a natural part of the process. The more you align with your true self, the more the world of illusion, the world built by the elites, begins to fade away. The old ways of thinking, the old structures, will no longer hold the same power over you. But be warned, the elites are not going to let go of their control easily. They will continue to try to distract you, to pull you back into their systems of fear, competition, and lack. This is why it's so important to remain steadfast in your inner truth. Keep your focus on your own power, your own ability to create, and trust that the universe will provide everything you need. You've journeyed through the first steps of understanding the power within you, the power that has always been there, but hidden beneath layers of fear, doubt, and false beliefs. You've glimpsed the incredible potential that lies within the law of correspondence, how your inner world mirrors your outer reality. Now it's time to take the final step. It's time to fully step into your power, break free from the chains of illusion, and live the life that you've always known you were meant to live. If you've ever wondered why it feels like some people have it all, seemingly endless opportunities, joy, and prosperity, while others struggle in the face of hardship and limitation, the answer lies in this one simple truth. They've learned to consciously work with this law. They've understood that their internal world has a direct impact on the external, and by cultivating an unwavering belief in the power of their own mind and spirit, they've unlocked the universal flow that brings everything they need. It's time for you to join them. But before we proceed, let's revisit a fundamental question that must be answered before you can master this ancient law. What is the true nature of abundance? What is abundance? To understand how to unlock the full power of the law of correspondence, you must first redefine what abundance truly means. It's not just about money, fame, or material possessions, though these can certainly be a part of it. Abundance is about wholeness, completeness, and alignment with your highest self. It's about realizing that you are not separate from the universe, but a reflection of it. In this world, we have been taught to believe that resources are scarce, that we must fight for our share, and that only a few select people can rise to the top. The elites perpetuate this myth of scarcity because they know that as long as you believe that there's not enough, you'll continue to chase after things outside yourself. You'll believe that happiness, wealth, and success are things you must obtain, things that are always just beyond your reach. But the truth is that abundance flows freely when you recognize your connection to the universe. When you stop fighting, stop chasing, and begin to trust in the natural flow of life, everything you need will come to you. And it doesn't require years of struggle or striving. It requires trust, alignment, and faith in the unseen forces that are always working to bring you what you need. This is the secret that the elite don't want you to understand. They want you to stay locked in the struggle, fighting for survival, thinking you need to earn every good thing that comes your way. But the universe operates on a different principle. It operates on the principle of abundance and flow. Stepping into alignment. The first step in fully aligning with the law of correspondence is to let go of the mindset of scarcity and lack. To do this, you must first embrace the idea that you are already whole. You don't need to earn abundance. You simply need to allow it. You need to stop identifying with the small, fearful version of yourself and instead align with the version of you that is limitless, powerful, and fully in tune with the universe. This is where mental imagery and mindfulness come into play. These practices allow you to quiet the chatter of the mind and connect with your higher self. When you meditate, you are creating the space for your mind to settle, for your consciousness to expand, and for you to become aware of the deeper currents of energy that are always flowing around you. In that stillness, you begin to align your internal world with the external reality you wish to experience. Imagining your ideal reality is another powerful tool. By picturing yourself in your ideal life, healthy, wealthy, successful, peaceful, you send a clear signal to the universe about what you want to attract. But more importantly, you begin to feel what it would be like to live in that reality. As you align with those emotions, your external reality begins to shift to match them. Breaking free from the illusions of control. Now here's the important part. Once you begin to align your inner world with your desired reality, you will likely experience moments where doubt creeps in. This doubt often comes from old beliefs that have been ingrained in you over years of conditioning. These beliefs tell you that you can't trust the universe, that you must control every outcome, and that nothing good comes without hard work. This is where the elite's influence becomes most apparent. Their systems of control have convinced you that you must live in a world of constant effort and struggle. But when you let go of the need for control and allow the universe to work through you, you break free from the illusion of limitation. This is not to say that you will stop taking action, far from it. But the key is in understanding that the universe works with you, not against you. As you align with your higher self, you will find that opportunities and synchronicities begin to unfold naturally. You no longer have to force things to happen. You simply become a magnet for what is meant for you. transcending the illusion of separation. Perhaps the most profound realization that comes with fully embodying the law of correspondence is the realization that you are not separate from anything. The idea that you are an isolated individual struggling alone in a world of scarcity is an illusion. In reality, you are deeply interconnected with the universe, and everything you desire is already within your reach. This realization is what the elite have tried to keep hidden. They want you to believe that you are powerless, that you are alone, and that you must depend on their systems for survival. But when you realize your true nature, you see through the illusion. You understand that you are not subject to the whims of external forces, but that you are the creator of your own reality. The universe is not something out there, it is within you. And when you recognize this, you tap into the ultimate power. This is the power of oneness, of alignment with the infinite. It is the power to create your reality, to attract abundance, and to live in harmony with the universe. When you embrace this power, you become unstoppable. As you step fully into this understanding, you will realize that the law of correspondence is not just a tool for manifesting material wealth or success. It is a tool for spiritual awakening. It is the path to remembering who you truly are, a divine being connected to the infinite flow of the universe. And once you remember this truth, nothing can hold you back. You are no longer bound by the limitations of the past. You are no longer subject to the control of the elites. You are free. Free to live a life of abundance, peace, and joy. Free to create the reality that you desire. Free to be the person you were always meant to be. Now that you know the truth, it's time to take action. The universe is waiting to support you. Step into your power, trust the flow, and watch as the world around you begins to reflect the beauty of your inner transformation. The ancient law is no longer hidden. It is within you, and it always has been. You have the power to create your reality. It's time to embrace it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.